Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to talk about the Book of Boba, the episode 5. And in this episode, or in this video, we're going to be joined by my handsome and amazing baby boy over here, Nemo. And so, yeah, love you too, Nemo. And, so this episode, or I should say last episode, they teased the return. They hinted at the potential of seeing the Mandalorian towards the end of the last episode. So this episode, we actually see Mando. We see Mando doing a job, and we see him saying a line that he said in the first episode about, I can take you in cold or I can take you in warm. And then there's this fight that breaks out. And not only that, but he breaks out this, and he starts annihilating people with this. And Nemo's like really interested in the Darksaber, but he starts annihilating people with the Darksaber. And it's so cool. We see him, that's so cool. And, see him collecting the bounty, and then he goes to the, I forgot her name, but the Mandalorian that crafts armor and stuff like that. All the good stuff. He's kind of injured from the fight that he had earlier that I just talked about. So he gets patched up, gets something made for Grogu, because he wants to, see Grogu again. And one of the Mandalorians said, I challenge you to the Darksaber. So this is a really cool fight. And then essentially Mando won. And then the armor I think is her name. The armor said, have you guys ever taken off your mask? The other Mandalorian says no, but then Joran says, he takes a while to say, I have. And so she said, then by the laws of our tradition, you are no longer in our tribe. And Mando says, but how can I get forgiveness? Go to the, pretty much go to the, like, the hills of Mandalore? But that doesn't exist. Doesn't change anything. So maybe there's gonna be a hill. Maybe after, like, Season 3, because I do think that this episode definitely sets up Season 3 of Mandalorian. I do think that, yeah, part of that is going to be Mando fighting a hill that is supposedly what remained after the Empire's bombardment of the planet. And, we did get a little we did get a backstory about this. And we did get a name drop by Bo-Katan, and how, like, we get a pun to reference to Rebels about how she did not win that in battle. It was handed to her. So I am happy that they acknowledged that. And so, yeah, Mando is kicked, so he gets transport and to Tatooine. Seems like everything in Book of Boba Fett is going to be on Tatooine, essentially. I'm just happy that in this episode we got, like, I'm happy in this episode we got to see, like, a different planet outside of Tatooine. Nothing bad to Tatooine, it's just it's refreshing to see not everything in the Book of Boba Fett is on Tatooine. Now, Obi-Wan Kenobi is a different story. The Kenobi series is a different story. I think it will benefit greatly if it stays on Tatooine and not have Obi-Wan go off planet. That's just me. So, Mando has to put everything in this box so he can use the transport. And when he put this in a box, I said, okay, I cannot understand why you're doing that, but why are you? You know how common this is? It's not nearly as common as these, and these are not even that common. Like lightsabers in on the current Star Wars timeline for the Mandoverse, lightsabers are not even common. This is like a special type of lightsaber, you know. So I was kind of like, why are you gonna do that, man? And so essentially, he goes once he reaches his destination, something is lost and or taken, I should say. And Boba essentially, not Boba. Mando goes to that Afro lady that's a mechanic, and she promised him a new starship. And it turns out this starship isn't what he had in mind. It's a ship that was used in the prequel era, in the Galactic Republic era. And so Din Djarin's like at first, but essentially helps the Afro mechanic work on it. Essentially getting it to work. He takes it on a test drive, gets stopped by New Republic officers. One of those New Republic officers was the same one who questioned Cara Dune about Alderaan in the last season. And I think he was saying, well, if you want to join us, you always have that opportunity to. Like, they were foreshadowing the Rangers of the New Republic. Sadly, that show got canned once Gina Carano got fired. But I think what happened to Gina was unfair. But that's just me. I'll keep that separate. My thoughts about Gina Carano's firing separate in this video. And then pretty much, so after Mando escapes the New Republic officers, Mando does touch down to Tatooine again to see that mechanic lady, and she said, one of your old friends came along. I told her you weren't here, but with Fennec Shan, and she said, oh, we need your help. Boba needs your help. We need muscle. This is not a bounty. We need muscle, and he would really appreciate it if he came. Boba said, tell him it's on the house. And essentially, that's the end of the episode. Now, I know I said this about like the past few episodes, but I really think that this episode is the best episode. And the sad part is, it's not even Boba Fett centric episode. It's a Mandalorian centric episode. I feel like this episode would have been better as like the first episode of season 3 of Mando. I honestly do think that. But if this was meant to like foreshadow what we can expect from season 3, then okay, but I still think this should have been in the Book of Boba. In Mandalorian. Oh, and before this episode ends, he says, before I do that, there's one thing I have to do. So, next episode, I'm highly expecting Fennec Shan and Mando, and potentially Boba, going off-road in the Slave One, and whatever ship name that Din Djarin decides to call his ship. Sorry if you hear a loud air noise. It's my air purifier. I guess we can see. Expect a cameo of Grogu in the next episode, and potentially either Luke Skywalker or Leia. Because Leia also was trained in the ways of the Jedi. That was partially shown in the Rise of Palpatine, as I like to call episode 9. Uh, so like Leia does uh get trained to use the Force or to be a Jedi, and I think this she could have a cameo in here. Luke could have a cameo in here, cause Grogu's like an infant. He's pretty much like my cat. Like I love my cat, but yeah, my cat won't be able to take care of himself. He needs some guidance, and that's my whole point with Grogu. That Grogu is either going to be with Luke at this very moment, or with Leia. Luke will still be essentially his teacher, but he could be with Luke or Leia. So who knows? Who knows? And this is like what 5, 6 years after the Advent of Jedi. So we could, if like I like also see the pregnant Leia. Cause who is she's gonna be pregnant with? Ben, Kylo Ren. So yeah, I think we can expect Boba Fett, potentially Boba Fett, but definitely Fennec Shen, tell Boba, Mando, to find Grogu first, and then after that he's gonna be on board fully for the last episode. I also saw this one comment on my Twitter. So my Twitter post I made about this episode said, I think the newest episode of the Book of Boba Fett is the best so far. Spoiler alert, it's, and I did put in parentheses the episode, not even about Boba. And one person said, the Mandalorian got to do everything in this episode that Boba should be doing. He's the dollar store knockoff version of Boba. Meanwhile, Boba in this series has more in common with Uncle Fester than he does with Boba Fett. I'm not really sure who Uncle Fester is. I'm going to look him up real quick, just so I can have a better understanding who Uncle Fester is. Oh! I feel slow. Uncle Fester is the bald guy from Adam's Family. I feel old. Chris Lloyd even did Uncle Fester in a live action movie that had Christina Ricci, I think is her name, playing Wednesday. But yeah, this episode, I should say, is the best episode in my opinion. Out of, like, the 5 that we got, and it's not even about Boba, the supposed star of the show. It's about Mando, and I'm hoping next episode we'll start to see Boba in more of a badass way than we have seen him currently. I'm excited. I'm somewhat excited for the next episode, see where it essentially goes. And not because we're going to see Grogu, just I'm excited in the sense of I'm hoping, and maybe excitement is the wrong word to use. Maybe the right word to use is hopeful. I'm hopeful that we'll see the Boba Fett that we've seen in the original trilogy in Mandalorian. Because I do agree with one of the criticisms that Boba Fett does seem like he's playing the uncle-ish role. And in this entire series. And I have no issue with Boba having a new perspective on life, a new lease on life, because what happened to him with the Sarlacc pit, or the Adventure of Return of the Jedi, yeah, that is a life-changing situation. I'll give you that, Disney. That is a life-changing situation. Now, that would definitely make someone think about their choices, rethink about their choices, think about all the choices they have made in their lives, and asking themselves, is this the life for me? So yeah, I can kind of get behind that. I can get behind, like, maybe Boba, because of the offense of Return of the Jedi, maybe Boba is having a midlife crisis right now. And maybe through whatever will happen in the last remaining episodes of this show will spark Boba to get back into the bounty hunting game. Or at least more of the old school Boba. And when I mean old school, I mean like the original trilogy and Mandalorian version Boba that we knew. So yeah. That's my thoughts and hopes. Like I said, I'm really watching this show because one, I met one of the actors who played Boba Fett. And I'm talking about Daniel Logan. He was a kid at the time, but he did play Boba Fett in Attack of the Clones.
Even though I did pulling.
Sorry, I was trying to also bring up this stream that I'm going to be doing as well. So later on today, I want to make an announcement. I want to make an announcement that I am going to be on my friend Josh's channel. And I'm trying to find his channel too. But I'm going to be on my friend Josh's channel. He and I are going to talk some Book of Boba. So, if you guys haven't done so already, please go subscribe to him. I will put a link to his channel in the chat. So if you guys want to subscribe to him, you guys can do so. And yeah, he has 82 subscribers now. Can we please get him to at least 90? Hopefully to 100 by the end of the month. Again, I'm going to be on his channel later today. So keep an eye out for that. And another announcement, I'm going to be doing another live stream today. Oh, doing what? Who knows? One way to find out. So keep an eye out for that. Catch you guys later. Hope you guys enjoy this video, this review. If you guys haven't done so already, what's your guys' thoughts of the Book of Boba episode 5? Do you guys like it, dislike it, or about it? And what do you guys liked about the show? What do you guys disliked about the show? Let me know all of that in the comment section down below. And I'm going to shut up and let my cat sleep and get ready for school. So, catch you guys later. Love you all and have a wonderful day.